Well, my friends, it's time to get asymmetrical. What do you think? Asymmetrical? What is that about, LTK? Well, it's about this. It's about getting beyond the EDC. Let's turn this upside down. Beyond EDC. Now, here's the lowest level bargain knives is Beyond EDC. Under that corporate umbrella, stand on your head, damn it. Asymmetrical is next. And then that's Beyond. And then this is Beyond. Terra Mundi is like top style, like the River Wolf. Demco Designs, it's crazy knife, big chunk of crazy, and sold out too. They'll come back with another rendition of these though. But so, okay, Beyond EDC. So this is the Beyond, but not the triple Beyond. It's asymmetrical. So this is their label for their really good knives, but not ultra, because this is not an M390. This is S35VN. Other than that, I'm not seeing, where I'm missing anything. But okay, asymmetrical. You get a box. Inside the box, you get a pouch. Also, you get a microfiber cloth. It's 14 foot by 30 foot. You can use it as a tarp. And there you go, you get a card. And you get your little plastic, and you put that in there. And where's that money they were going to pay me to do this? Oh, shit. Busted. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I bought this. You can get a hold of it Beyond EDC. They'll show you the transaction. Yes, from David's son, my buddy. I remember him back in the Kaiser days, but he's with Beyond EDC. And now he's doing crazy things with Demco, Pinkerton. Oh, and he's got, crap. I was going to show that to you too in here, but, oh yeah. And then this is way cool as well. Of course, this is my buddy Dylan Mallory, his new design, and so I don't have my camera like jacked way up or anything. But oh, by the way, hold on, let me see. Here you go. Read them and weep. It says it all, and you know why? Because the chunk says it all. It's a culmination of Dirk's new approach in his design philosophy, while retaining the functionality of a wide blade. I'll tell you what. Here's the stats, by the way. S35, 3.5-inch blade. But boy, I'll tell you what. She'll drop. I mean, you can adjust it. This is interesting, though. Check this out. Anybody got a screwdriver? Yeah, I forgot. No, that's a complicated tool. Nobody uses one of those. And then on the back, it's like, what? Hold on. I can just stick a number 8 Torx in there and turn it. Now, maybe that is a number 9. I don't know. But a number 8 works. Because I adjusted the pivot. Because first I go to let it drop. And it didn't drop. And then all of a sudden, yeah, it does now. It does now. So I backed it off a little bit. Because sometimes the factory, they over-tighten them. It's still centered. And there's no blade play. Definitely no lock rock. And it's a frame lock. Okay? And you think, well, this little old thing, 3.5-inch blade, why are you messing with a little girl knife? Well, it don't look like one, does it? I mean, it's called the Chunk. And while Mongo here, this River Wolf thing, is 7.1, 7.2 ounces, this is not. This is not, my friends. So you might actually have hope to be able to carry this. Wow, it feels light. It does feel light. Let me look on here. Yeah, we'll take it apart, but I think, yeah, it's definitely weight relieved on the inside. They've carved it up pretty good. Okay, let me get it out of the line. Ooh, it's under 5, 4.73. That's nothing to laugh about. 134. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. So then you got these. And they have another model that's coming out. What the hell? Oh God, it's in G10 and it's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be a Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive. I'll have to look through that again and see if I can see it in their catalog. I think it was prototype, so I don't think that was in their catalog. Wait for that. It is going to be a monster freaking knife, and it is a great design. And crap, I can't remember. I'll try and put it down here for you to look out for it. I'm not sure it's going to hit until like later in 2022, like late fall or something. But okay, but this is cool. This is cool. Also see my video on the River Wolf. Okay, talk about cool. But this one, I was drawn to this. This canoe-shaped handle here, and then you go, well, it's there to contain your hand and keep from slippage. Well, okay, it does, especially mine. I mean, if you have much bigger hands than mine, so it might be too much of a squeeze and something it just doesn't work for you. I don't know. But what is the blade thickness? I don't think it's that horribly thick either. Well, hold on, 0.13. Okay, 3.4 millimeters. I was thinking, is that 3? No, it's 3.4. 12.5 at, only a ½ inch. So this is fairly slender, and since this is contoured, and still even at the widest, it's a ½ inch. So that's really fairly slender in the pocket. Pocket clip's not, it's not going crazy or doing, much, but I think it's pretty much in line with the overall flow of the design, don't you? We can flip it. Otherwise, it'd be really ridiculous to put that there, wouldn't it? So you go right or left hand with the pocket clip. I don't know how much that's going to leave a mark on there. So if you flip it, are you going to have a little rub on that side? I don't know. Also, it's kind of a blank slate, isn't it? So you could do a lot of pimping. You got a backspacer here, so you could do that, and the pocket clip in like a different color, and then the scales or whatever, and this and that. But probably, I'm guessing that we've got steel, hardware on there. Okay, it's not titanium. But S35VN, one thing, I don't mind these being really kind of slender, low profile thumb studs, but you got to dig for them a little bit more. It's not so obvious, but you can do it. You can do it. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do that too. Okay. Oh, by the way, there's a flipper tab provided free of charge, and there's jimping on it. So that, and you know what? It's not that obtuse either. It's pretty understated. But I mean, you take that away, and it's just a really nice design flow, isn't it? It's just a perfect rectangle. I mean, that's nice. That's good flow to the design. There's plenty of blade to handle length, and boom, right into, seamless, right? Frame lock, of course. And we'll take it apart, take a look. It's got a hardened steel insert. It's got ceramic bearings. What's going on, this and that. But, okay. Got a landing pad here for your flipper tab, so it's not like Dirk Pinkerton's like first rodeo, that's for sure. God, I don't know how many damn knives he's either made or designed, right? So, I think he's pretty much got the handle on that. So, I think for Beyond EDC, which is not exactly an everyday name in the enthusiast world for knives, but I think they're going to get there at some point in time when they keep doing stuff like this. So, and for them to have already set themselves up with 3 different levels of knives, as far as, how expensive and what range, it's kind of like Sencut, Civivi, Wii, you had Artisan start out, and then they were making lower priced ones as well, but then they created CJRB, and then still had the Artisan, you know what I'm saying? But these guys have kind of pre-planned that and decided, we're gonna start from the get-go that way. So maybe that'll make it less confusing, or more confusing. I don't know. It just depends on how you go with that. To me, at first, it was difficult for me to kind of, well, it's like, why does it say Terramundi on this box and Asymmetrical on that box? And they go, but the corporate is Beyond EDC, and then that's our baseline of knives. And then as we get, kick the scale up in materials and price and all that stuff, then we go up. And this is good. Ergos are good. Reverse grip is comfortable. No jimping on the top here. Oh, by the way, keep carving away at this. Let me feel that again. Okay. Not scary sharp. I mean, not like terrifyingly crazy sharp, but it's typical factory edge. Okay, so, little shave paper. Could you touch it up? Yeah. Would it be better if you did? Yeah. Do you need to? Probably not. This will probably be pretty adequate for almost every task you're going to need it for, and it's S35, so, but yeah, you could touch this up and make it really scary sharp if you wanted to. Not really a go forward position here. I wouldn't recommend that. So you're going to need to stay back on this. But it's easy to disengage this lock bar and then it drops. And of course the flipper tab is such that it's going to come back. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you fidget factor. I mean, this may get to the point where, yeah, it just about follows me around like that. That's pretty crazy. All right, now this is, you could take a screwdriver if you wanted to. It's weird because look in the front. No, but in the back, see? So I'm thinking they're pointing you to the back if you're going to do a disassembly, okay? I'm assuming that's what's going on. And this is a number 8. It's going in, it's making contact. Maybe that should have been a number 9. I don't know for sure. But a number 8 is working. Now, hold on. Wow. It's going to be 20 inches long. Oh, magic. I don't know. How did you do that? That's a long, deep screw, isn't it? So to speak, as far as a knife pivot goes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And let's try this side. Oh, it's just popping apart on me already, so this is not going to be a problem. Okay, now. Woo! I wonder if both of these are equal. Let's take a look at that real quick. Okay, front and back. No, they're not, are they? Front's longer than the back. Okay, well, let's just try and remember that. I know people are gone, do you know you mix screws up when you put that back together? Nope, didn't even know. I do now, though. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so we've got, ooh, baby. Ooh, well, this is just goop, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, it's got that kind of lithium grease type goo. And some people really think that's great. I mean, it's really smooths things out. I don't know. I just want a little lighter thing than that. So now they have weight relieved this. So that explains why it feels so light in the hand. And we got a hardened steel insert with a ceramic detent ball. Okay. Now we've got a blade. That always helps. And we've got bearings that don't want to come out because they've got that same greaseaholic thing going on here. So you pack the bearings, right? We pack the bearings, all right. Oh, is this the backside? This is the backside here. Now let's pop out this pivot, and there's the front bearings. Okay, now, what does this look like? Oh, this is a one-piece little jolly thing here, isn't it? Okay, so one piece. So don't try and turn this front side. They were trying to tell you that, weren't they? But then they got a screwdriver little insert on there, and I'm going, That's kind of scary because somebody's going to put a screwdriver in there and they're not going to give up on the front side until they just have completely wrecked it, not knowing that they could have gone to the back and got out easy. So, okay, let's, well, come on. We got us a little, woo, that thing is so greased in there, I can't get that out. Yeah, that's not magnetic, but boy, that is. Okay. So we're going to dig that out, and also the washer in the front too. There's our stop. I bet we won't pull. Well, we did pull this one out. Okay. So yeah, it's all gooped up. But I mean, if some people like it that way, some people think that makes more sense. Just not me. Okay, so I got the washers out. See these? Okay. Now this is kind of interesting because I looked at it when I got the washers out and I thought, no, hold on, there's still a washer in there. And there is magnetism there. It's not coming out for me. This is magnetic too, much more magnetic. This is a little magnetic, but not as much as the hardened steel insert. But there's no magnetism here at all. Nothing. Oh, well, there's the hardware there, but here nothing. Okay, so that's really interesting because there's a washer, but it looks like there's another washer here, and that's not normal of what I run into. But just be aware. And I'm not going to try and pry it out of there. I think I'm just going to leave it alone. So, I mean, I just wiped him down anyhow. Okay. So we got Mr. Flat Spot. And where do we got a flat spot? Well, we don't have one there. We do have one over there, and it's on the back area. So we're going to want to push this through and point the flat spot to the back. And then, yeah, we got to put the washer down. And we're going to put bearings on here. And then we're going to kick the Spidey juice on here. And then, oh, by the way, we need to put our stop back on here too. And then we're going to throw a blade on. And you know what? I think I need to move that just a little bit. More like that. Okay. Now, a little bit. There you go. Now, this. And just a little bit of juice. Come on. And then I'm going to go ahead and fit that right on top of there. Now we're going to plop it together. And as long as that fits to that. And it looks like it does. Now we got the long and short of it. So the long screw goes in the front. Man, that is something, isn't it? Whew. That's gonna be that's a drive. Okay, now on the back, of course, this is the piece that goes on the back, and it does have a flat spot as well that points to the front. So this flat spot needs to face front to go all the way through like that, and then the shorter screw goes on the back. And let's start it by hand if I can hold on to the damn thing. And let's get my little driver here, and it only drops so far in. It's still making contact and it's working. So, okay. So I don't need to use a screwdriver, which I'm glad I don't, because you know how a screwdriver will. It'll just skate across the titanium, and then you got yourself a big old snail trail going on, or a scratch, whatever. So, okay, now, are we centered? Yeah. What's the drop like? Oh, it's good. She's good. I think taking the heavy goop out has a different sound to it, doesn't it? but it's not. No, there's no play. And it's centered. That changed the whole personality of it, for sure. Yeah. Chunk. The chunk. Whew. Now it does follow you around. Look at that. Ooh. Wow. I never did talk about detent. Let me see. Get my thumb away from the lock bar. Okay. Nah, it's appropriate. It ain't just going to fall out of that detent, but it's not a hard pull. No, but it flies right out, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, yeah. Wow, that's cool. Actually, that's really cool. Okay. Asymmetrical, but just remember, Beyond EDC, this is the asymmetrical line, so it's the kind of uppity up line, but not the uppity up line. And Dirk Pinkerton, Chunk. I think you can remember that name. Can you pronounce that? Chunk. Okay, work on that for a while. Get you one of these right here. You know what we do. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.